Let's test out some decorative stitches on my new sewing machine. Welcome, Eddie Sewing and DIY related content. And if you're new here, I got a new sewing machine at the very beginning of 2026. This is the Janome Memory Craft 9850, and it has so many decorative stitches. So this is just like a little sample of all of the stitches. Now, this machine is a sewing and embroidery machine, so all of these stitches are specifically just for sewing. And then there's some that are perfect for the holidays. So there's one that looks kind of like a three-leaf clover that I thought's really cute. And I just want to try out some of these as I've never used them before. So that's what we're going to do today. So on the little screen, there is a button that lets you select sort of the general category. So you can see each of those has a category, whether it's just a straight stitch, decorative stitch, some are called play, some are called satin stitches. So I just have to find whichever group I want to get the stitch from. So I want to use the decorative stitches, so I'm going to click that, and then this opens a tab full of all of the decorative stitches that you can use. So on the top they have around like 16, or I guess here, and then if you click the arrows at the bottom, it takes you to a new page of even more stitches each time. So you can just kind of go back and forth between all of the stitches, which I thought was really helpful and for you to see what it would look like. So I am looking, I think I really do want to try that like little three-leaf clover esque looking stitch. So that's the one I'm going to do. I also started to notice that at the bottom it shows you which presser foot you need to use. So it looks like I need to use presser foot F. So when I looked into the bag, this is what F looks like. It almost looks like an open toe embroidery foot in a way, but there is a little groove so that that decorative stitch can slide very nicely underneath. Now to add it to the machine, there's a little black button on the back of the machine that you press, and then you can just snap this into place, so super easy. So now I'm just going to press the start button. I'm going to be using darker thread with this lighter fabric just so that we can really see what the stitches look like. And the machine gets going. So I saw like immediately it just so easily started doing the stitch. There was no issues, there was no tension problems, which I feel like on my other machine it probably would have had a few tension issues. And then as you can see, it's just making that little design and going all the way through. So this is what it looks like. It does kind of look like a three-leaf clover. It's kind of cute. So I thought that this was really fun, and now it was time for me to try something else. So I went with this heart themed, as I know Valentine's Day over, but there were so many different types of hearts. I was really curious what this would look like. So I sped this up a little bit. And here is what it looks like. It also looks really fun. It looks so pretty. I was also amazed at how straight the fabric was staying. I know some machines, they can almost like drift a little. I was barely guiding it and it just stayed in a very straight line. So now there are some other stitches that are a little bit more complex or intricate looking. So I do really want to try one of those. So specifically, I'm going to be doing this 30. I think that this looks really fun, and I realized it's really similar to the fabric that I'm using, its pattern. So some of these do seem like they take a little bit of time. The other thing I will say is that they're going to use a lot of thread. So we'll just kind of let this run and see what it looks like. So this one may be my new favorite just because of how pretty it looks. The design is really cool with the fabric. From the back, it also looks so nice and neat, which I feel like is just a testament to sort of how well this computerized stitching is doing. There's really no puckering, there's no stitches that look like they're uneven. Everything looks really good with it. So now I do want to try a little bit of the monogramming. I've never had a machine that does any sort of monogramming like this. So I clicked the block letters, and then you can type out whatever you want to monogram. So let's say I want to do like my channel, so Emmy. And then if for some reason you want to see it bigger, you can kind of click that and it's like do multiple lines. And then if I had made a mistake, I could click this little trash can and then it will remove a letter and then I can add it back. So now I'm just going to put my fabric underneath and we will start the machine so that it can start monogramming these letters. And then as it was going on, I realized that on the screen it was telling me which letter it was actually monogramming. So you can see it's doing the Y right now, and then that Y will disappear and then it will stop. So it was really cool that it was showing you which letter it was on as it moved through. I thought that was really helpful, and then the lettering came out so pretty. It looks so good, so I'm very excited to use that more in the future. So then I am going to delete all of that as I don't want it to do it again. And then I'm going to play around. So there were some other options. So you have this play option, which seemed like they were a little bit more just kind of bits and pieces all over the end. So I'm going to do this handmade. And I thought that this one was also really cool to go through. It started just doing it really nicely all the way through. The one thing I did notice was that if you didn't stop it after it did handmade, it then just started to like print it all out again to stay handmade, so it just would start that stitch over and over. So I do need to look into that, so you can kind of see there, but it looks so neat, it looks so clean. I'm just so excited with how these stitches are looking, so trying to figure out ways I can use these in new projects. And then we did have to try the cat. I did realize that this was trying to put like the handmade with the cat, so I quickly got rid of that, but I wanted to see what this little cat stitch would look like. It was as cute as I thought it was going to be, so such a unique little stitch that it came with. I am so excited to get to use more of these stitches, figure out ways that I can incorporate them into my design, but let me know if you have a machine that does any sort of stitching like this. What are some tips and best practices that you have, as I am really learning as I go through. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you want to see next. Thanks for watching.